Oh, and welcome back to the on Wrestling and another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. This week's show was thrown into chaos before it even started because The Rock's return was announced the day before the show, shocking fans who would have expected his next appearance to be on Raw or on Netflix, but it wasn't. It was tonight, and of course, it's going to be very intriguing to see what he had to say. And we also have some other matches on the card, including Drew McIntyre against Jimmy Uso, which was the first match. But before that, Nick Aldis was saying, telling Ron Rhodes he will not be in the six-man tag match due to orders from The Rock. Adding intrigue to what he was going to say. When we went to the arena, McIntyre made his way out for his match against Jimmy. Jimmy seemed quick to take the lead early and even scored a 2 count with a crossbody from the top rope, but the Scottish Takeover pass tossed him across the ring with a belly-to-belly suplex to turn the tide. But Jim began to make a comeback during the break. He didn't really begin building any momentum, and the show was back from a commercial for a bit. Jimmy ended up scoring what the announcers call an upset when he turned a reverse Alabama slam into a victory roll for the pin. McIntyre continued to attack him after the bell. This was a few fun moments as a whole, but it's not going to be remembered by the whole time the show is over. But the post-match tag was far more memorable than anything that happened before. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. We then got the Miz and Carmelo Hayes taking on R-Truth in LA Knight. Hayes and Miz had a funny segment with Truth backstage before they came up for the tag match. Truth's surprise partner was LA Knight. Truth thought the LA was too short for Louisiana. Truth and Mello began their teams. Hayes immediately hit a springboard clothesline, but he celebrated too much and paid the price for it. Knight tagged in after the break and took it to both opponents in the crowd and began to build some excitement. Much of what we saw here was designed for comedy, but they had a few good spots sprinkled into the match. This may be the beginning of a new tag team for Mello and Miz, or it could just be filler. Nakamura interfered and helped Mello and Miz score the victory with a combined finisher. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It kind of felt a bit low for LA Knight, this. Did it really help build for the US title? I'm going to say no. Tiffany Stratton came out to talk about being challenged by Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, but she was interrupted by Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. They talked some trash before the match between Tiffany and LeRae began. During the break, it took 30 seconds for the Charlotte to show up to watch. The Queen joined the commentary table and watched as the champ took out Jax and LeRae and moonsault from the top rope. The match lasted through a second break into the second segment, so it made it feel slightly competitive. It wasn't as fast paced as it could have been. There were a few sloppy moments, but it was more good than bad. As the match was over, she was about to hit her finish when Trish Stratus ran out to make the save. Sadly, Trish ended up getting taken out as well, so Jax could save both with the Annihilator at the same time. I'll give it 6 out of 10. Good star power in this match, decent match, Stratus obviously getting the win, and advanced multiple storylines. A match between Naomi and Liv Morgan never happened because Morgan and Rodriguez took out Naomi and Belair to get started. I'm not against it, to be honest. It's good to see a storyline in the women's tag division. The next segment was The Rock's promo. He came out with New Orleans themed entrance and began bringing WrestleMania back to NOLA. He invited Cody Rhodes to the ring, and they spoke for a very long time about Rocky wanting Rhodes to be his champion, or rather he wants him to be the corporate champion by selling his soul. The segment was so weird because The Rock kept waving from heel to babyface. The crowd didn't know whether to boo or cheer him by the time it was over. It was a confusing segment. I don't know what it was supposed to accomplish, but they have something planned, and it did feel like a bit of a cliffhanger, and WWE not knowing what direction is going next, but I am intrigued, I've got to say. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa then gave a promo about why they would defeat Kit Wilson and Austin Prince in their tag match tonight. Pretty Deadly came out and went after the champions as the music continued to play. Once the bell rang, everyone got started. DIY took control to send us right into a break. Pretty Deadly began to make a comeback after the break and hit several impressive double team moves. They used their size and power advantage as much as possible, but it didn't matter in the end. Ford and Dawkins interfered and took out Pretty Deadly to cause DQ. Once they were done with Wilson and Prince, they took out DIY. The match didn't have enough TV time due to the break, and the DQ ending was the least ideal way to do it. The action looked good, but everything made it feel pretty pointless. The Motor City Machine Guns tried to come out and help, but the Street Profits dispatched them with ease. So good for the Street Profits, not so good for everybody else. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. This week's main event was of course supposed to be that 6-man tag match, but The Rock changed it to a regular bout with Priest and Strowman taking on Sikoa and Fado. The Archer with me and the Street Champ began the fight with an exchange of strikes in the corner. Sikoa got a little too confident and Priest made him pay for it. The Monster Among Men made sure to taunt Fatu every chance he could find before they finally got into the ring. A miscommunication led to Fatu hitting Solo with a super kick. Strowman followed up by sending Fatu and Tonga into the announce table, with Priest hitting South of Heaven on Sikoa to get the pin and the win. A hard hitting match with some of the best action of the night. Strowman and Priest made a good tag team, but the real intrigue is going to come from Fatu and Sikoa no longer being on the same page as they build up towards a presuming a WrestleMania storyline. So gets 7 out of 10 for me. Intrigued to see where we're going to go with that, and a solid main event. And overall, SmackDown gets 6 out of 10 for me this week. Obviously dominated by the stuff that happened with The Rock and Cody, and like I say, more questions than answers coming from that. I'm very intrigued to see where we're going to go in the next few weeks. On the whole, though, some decent action involved as well. So I thought it was a pretty strong episode of SmackDown, and I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 for this video. Thanks very much for watching.
remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.